At 12:19 today, HFD was dispatched here to the intersection of Main and Rusk in downtown. It was initially dispatched as an investigative high-rise incident. When our first crews got out here, they saw the scaffolding and the concrete, and so they updated it to a rescue call. We spoke with the supervisor, the construction company supervisor who was on scene, and he advised that there were possibly people who might have been trapped in the collapse. So at that point, we searched the entire building. There's 10 floors, I believe, and we searched the whole thing. Went up and down. We found one person who was in the elevator that's on the outside of the building that they were using to go up and down. And everyone else was accounted for and able to escape the building under their own strength. Preliminarily, it looks like a piece of concrete from about, I believe it's like the 8th floor, looks like a piece of concrete of some sort fell and landed on that elevator box down on the bottom, and that's what caused the mess, the collapse. So like I said, the person who was in that elevator was transported to Memorial Hermann. They are stable. We've temporarily removed power to the buildings here while we're, making sure everything's safe for our first responders and the folks who are out here working on it. There are some concerns with the counterweight on that elevator, the big yellow thing at the very top there. There are some concerns with the cable and the structural integrity. So before they start pulling everything down, they're going to make sure that they can get that secured because they don't want it falling and, causing more issues. That's all I've got right now. There was one person in the elevator, yes. The elevator was coming down and he was getting off the elevator when the concrete fell.
Where was the concrete attached to?
It was, they were working, and I don't know specifically what work they're doing, but it was where the crane arm is going in, that's where the concrete came out from.
Was it like a ledge they were standing on?
I don't know. So on the bottom there's about 8 to 10 feet of scaffolding, and it's buried under the concrete that had fallen out on top. And there's that truck that they're using with the outriggers and things like that. That actually moved, like the force of the collapse actually pushed that truck over about a foot. And so they've got to make sure that truck is in good condition before they move it as well, because that could be dangerous.
Were there other people actively working around in the building when it happened, or were they on the lunch break? Is that one person? Glory be to God, that's just that one person.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a blessing. There were other people, and when we got out here, we made contact with the crew supervisor, and he's the one who informed us that there might have been some people trapped, and so we made entry to the building and searched the whole building, and that's when we found that everyone was able to escape, except for the one who was in the elevator.
What type of construction project or renovation project is this?
I won't have that information.
It looks like the light rail's disrupted. Can you talk about that a little bit? It's not running, right?
No, and this intersection is actually where, and this from my previous life, but you've got the green and purple lines that run this way, and then the red line runs the other way, and so in this immediate area, you probably are going to see some rail delays, and possibly if they have to do a bus replacement service or something like that, you may see that as well.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, we're in the center of downtown, and people are moving through this area. Talk about just, luck or the gratefulness that this didn't turn out worse than it did.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the city center. You've got thousands of people who are down here working. It was right around lunchtime. The call came in at 12:19, and so lots of time when people would be outside. The fact that the damage is limited in scope to just that area right where the construction crew was. That's very that's good practice, and that's very fortunate for everyone involved.
Any idea how long it's going to take to clean this up?
I couldn't say that yet, no.